feelings and you don't know where I've been. I done hit that bottom so many times, I ain't going back again. You can reach down with your powers and snipe me with your pen, but you cannot take this fight out of me, that you'll never win. You can go to church on Sunday and confess your mortal sins, but come Monday morning you'll still be back with us again. You'll still have your mighty pen wielded over the heads of us, but no matter how much you prayed in church that day, we'll go miles above. And for you, my fine friend, you will lose in the end. Your maker will become the taker and take away your pen. So remember the next line that you write, the life that you harm may not be mine, but the one you need to worry about the most is the soul that you sold for gold. You ain't got no feelings and you don't know where I've been. I done hit that bottom so many times, I ain't going back again. You can reach down with your powers and snipe me with your pen, but you cannot take this fight out of me, on that you'll never win.
After visit mental health summaries for patient Darren R. Fonciao. Conducted by CMAR Behavioral Health, in Everett, WA. Reason for visit: severe recurrent major depression with psychotic features, primary. Criminally court-ordered mental health treatments. X 2 years. Goal from care plan: focus of session, reduce anxiety, use music to get client's message for the public to see. Intervention: client reports he is doing much better using music to get his message heard. Validate client: client explained 5 current issues he is addressing on YouTube. EBP, utilized. Motivational interviewing: strengths/resiliencies leveraged during session, client's passion for justice. Response/session engagement: Darren's involvement in today's session is best described as actively involved, as evidenced by client feels he is being finally heard. Progress: Darren's progress is best described as improved. Darren shared, using music gives me a sense of that my message is at least out there for people to see. Plan: recommended follow-up: continue using music as a platform. Current mental health conditions, for patient Darren R. Fonciao, as of August 12, 2021. Darren Fonciao completed a mental health assessment on March 18, 2015, where he was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, recurrent episode, with psychotic features, F33.3. Since then, he has also been diagnosed with delusional disorder, F22, and obsessive compulsive disorder, F42.2. As a result of his trauma history, both during childhood and as a result of being injured on the job, Mr. Fonciao has a history of symptoms including threatening people in authority/positions of power, feelings of hopelessness, depressed mood, frequent suicide ideation, insomnia and sleep disturbance, social isolation, obsessive thoughts about others who he believes have harmed him, and frequent fixation on the difficulties in his life. Mr. Fonciao's mental health is further impacted by distressing events in the present day. His experiences with workmen's compensation led to symptoms becoming so severe that it led to increase of suicidal and homicidal ideation and negatively impacted his personal and family life. His experiences within the mental health system have also, at times, led to increased symptoms due to barriers he has encountered within the mental health systems. Mental health therapist Jan Do, at CMAR Behavior Health.
Keep to
Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie and I'm here today to speak to you guys about something that goes on and a lot of us can't speak about it, or a lot of us are afraid to say something because people judge, people assume. I'm talking about being an injured worker. So for me personally, it's been 8 years since I was injured on the job, and I can tell you that it has changed my life. And the healthcare system did not make it any easier. And of course, WSIB just makes your life a living hell. Now, I've always been a happy, bubbly, outgoing person. I used to be a nurse, and I was a float nurse. I got bored staying in one area, and I looked forward to meeting new people and being around different demographics of patients. I got into nursing because I wanted to help and I wanted to inspire people. And most of all, I just love connecting with people. So after my workplace injury, I suffered quite a bit in silence, and a lot of my friends from work didn't understand. And again, I feel that it's not until you go through something in life that people will start to really understand or really know it 100%. But the difference is there are people that are willing to try to understand. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. And when you experience a workplace injury that impacts your life to the point where you're not the same person, your injury progresses to something lifelong and chronic, it's something that completely changes you in every aspect. I'm not just saying that you can't go back to work, to your job. I'm talking your everyday living is completely different, including the relationships that you have with people. And I know that my friends and people that have known me have probably seen that I have been difficult or extremely sensitive. And it's because I'm going through something that is difficult for people to understand unless they have gone through it themselves or through a friend or family member or as a caregiver. To be dealt with this system for so many years, it's abuse, it's harassment. It does something to us. It makes us sick. And I'm not talking about creating problems, and I've thought positive, and trust me, it's been a long road. It's been 8 years. I've gone through a lot of trial and error, different doctors, different healthcare professionals, different testing, different medications, only to find out that these things can take you away from who you are. There's a lot of medications out there that can mask how you feel, and even more so, side effects that can worsen how you feel. I am 34 now. I was 26 when I was injured, and I can tell you that when I got my career, I thought for sure I was going to get married, move out, and have kids. 8 years later, and I can't have any of those things. I can't have kids, and WSIB has denied me even after winning my tribunal that clearly stated that I have a chronic pain disability, and are still denying to pay me to this day. I had to get a lawyer. It is a long, drawn-out fight. To live in a world where they downplay what you have, your employer goes along with it, it does something to you. It truly makes you look at things so much differently. If I continued working as a nurse, I would have been paralyzed by now. My spinal cord is not the way a 34-year-old should be. I have tried so many different things. As a nurse, I also did workshops connected with other people who have chronic pain and chronic illness conditions, and helped teach them self-management tools, because I knew for myself this was going to be lifelong. This is something that I'm going to be battling for my whole life. I'm trying to be as positive as possible. But the one thing that I can tell you makes a huge difference is awareness. I want people to realize that we are not lazy people. We are hard workers. We never went to work that day and planned to get injured. We never thought in a million years that our healthcare system would be against us and WSIB would be out to get us. Denying, sending harassment letters, abusing us, downplaying our conditions. It does something to us. I call it WSIB syndrome. It changes your relationships with people. It changes everything about your life. I'm coming to you today since April 28th is the mourning day for injured workers that were hurt or killed on the job. I want to spread awareness. There are people that unfortunately are with us today, whether they were killed on the job or they committed suicide because they could not keep up with this battle. And I totally understand. I have contemplated suicide, but I know that's not the answer for me. And I want to reach out to anyone who is an injured worker and are pushed to their very edge. There is help out there. I'm not just talking about a lawyer or a doctor. We have a group of us. I want to have a support system where we can come together and talk about it. I think that we have to come together. The worst feeling is to feel alone, and I know about this firsthand. I isolated myself from my friends and stayed home so much because I knew in my mind that a lot of my friends didn't have an injury that prevented them from working, an illness that prevented them from continuing on with their daily life and not interfering with their quality of life. I can tell you my life has changed 100%. I had tried distractions and tried different things to get my mind off of it. But I know that I was put on this planet for a reason. And that is to spread awareness. That is to help inspire and teach others that there is a way out of this. That we have to come together and talk about it. Keeping it to ourselves is the worst thing. We've heard about last week's tragedy in Toronto. I don't think that guy was an injured worker, but I'm sure any illness or any type of dysfunction that that person was feeling led him to do something that was completely out of this world. Now, my heart goes out to the friends and family, anyone that was affected by this. But I think we all need to stop stigmatizing mental illness, acknowledge the fact that there is a lot of people out there with an invisible illness, that we all may look normal on the outside, but what we're going on in the inside is completely different. I don't have any visible bandages or anything on me that would signify the pain and suffering that I go through every day. Every day I wake up, I'm stiff and sore. I do my best to do the things I can. I battle myself every day because I'm hard on myself. I want to do things, but then I know that if I do too much, and I will end up doing too much, I will be paying for it in the end. I think the most powerful thing is the emotional side of this all. And I know that if we come together and there's an awareness that we can make it easier on ourselves to get through the day, to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel is priceless. We need to expose WSIB for the constant harassment and abuse that they have been doing to injured workers. And it's been going on for far too long. And there are thousands of us. I want to be that person to speak out and share this, because this has to end. I believe in karma. I believe in what we give out to the universe, we will get back. With WSIB, no matter what we think, how much positivity and how hard we suffer, whether it's alone or with people, it never ends. Why is this normal? How is this a part of living? We need to expose WSIB harassing injured workers, causing them to feel like they did something wrong, like they are criminals. We have to please raise awareness. We're going to be using the hashtag injured workers, me too. There are so many of us out there, but the difference is the voice. We have no choice but to be strong, but we have a choice, and that is to use our voice to speak up against this. April 28th is to mourn and to raise awareness of injured workers. Let us please share this. Thank you everyone for listening, and have a wonderful day, and please be safe. Thank you. Take care now.
It's a work on blues, baby. Gather them children and learn about work on blues, man. Oh, it's the work on blues, baby. I'm telling you to hold on to your shoes, man. For the work on blues, baby, we'll have you in the poorhouse very soon. Gather round, my friends, and I'll tell you how this story began. It's about a man named Foster Donkey who went to work and sat along had a great big fall. All king's men couldn't put Honky Donkey back together again. No, 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 no. Oh, it's a work on blues, baby, where they stick it to you if they can. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a work on blues, baby, where they just bend in mind to lay you. To stall and starve and settle for peanuts for me and you. Oh yeah, it's woo-hoo. So work on blues, baby. Get around and learn some news for work on man. Woo-hoo. Yeah, it's work on blues, baby. And I'm telling you to hold on to your shoes, man. For the work on blues, baby, it'll put you in the poorhouse very soon, man. And it's the work on blues, baby, where you thought you would be repaired, retrained, or retired. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, it's the work on blues, baby, where they cause contain instead of heal you. Ooh, oh, ow. It's the work on blues, baby, and I'm here to watch you cause it can kill you, man. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the work on blues, baby, and I'm here to tell you to run away if you can. For the work on can. It's the work comp blues, man. Oh, woo!
Welcome back. Tom Hartman here with you, and it's Anything Goes Friday. Darren in Everett, Washington, watching us on Facebook Live. Hey, Darren, what's up?
Hey, I want to talk about a war on injured workers and how it's adding to homelessness and inequality here in America. That back in 2015, OSHA and Senator Sanders and NPR all told us, and the U.S. Department of Labor with Tom Perez all come out and told us we need some minimum federal standards over these broken state work comp systems. Yet 3 years later, the left is silent, and I'm begging for help here as an injured worker in the state of Washington who has been abused and harmed. Yet I have our revolution not wanting to put this issue and Senator Sanders' solutions on the table. And I would like to know why the left basically is failing us at this time.
I don't know the answer to your question, Darren, and I'm sorry to hear about your circumstances. I hope you get through it. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Compensation benefits have long played a critical role in the American labor market. Simply put, businesses pay insurance for claims if a worker is injured on the job. The employee gives up the right to sue, but the employer pays medical costs and part of the wages while the worker recovers. But a new investigation by ProPublica and NPR finds workers' comp is being substantially eroded. Over the past couple decades, legislators in more than 30 states have passed laws reducing benefits or making it more difficult in many cases to qualify for them.
Complot Trademark Awards and Gala nominee confirmation. Thank you for taking the time to nominate someone for a Complot Trademark Award. Please review the information you have provided. Nominee type: person first name, Darren last name, phone CAO title, work comp survivor, musician employer, volunteer human/civil/patient/consumer and workers' rights email, darrenfonzo@yahoo.com category, injured worker comp law, years known, 1 to 3 years, accomplishment 1, work comp survivor state of Washington and advocate for injured workers via social media and music, along with direct contact with state officials. Accomplishment 2, work comp survivor provides encouragement to other injured workers, and food for thought to work compsters, via very creative ways and means. Accomplishment 3, frequent commentator to DePaulo's work comp world, with always respectful, always thought-provoking thoughts, and always with expressed appreciation for the work of David Paulo and the Work Comp Central crews. Why this nominee deserves a Complot Trademark Award. Darren is a tireless work comp survivor and advocate of what is good and true. While his LinkedIn profile states his education as uneducated, the School of Hard Knocks, human/civil/patient/consumer/ and workers' rights volunteer advocate, Darren is smart and sharp and skilled at maneuvering through alligator swamp type environments of workers' compensation. His music clearly gives his soul solace, and gives encouragement and pleasure to the injured worker communities and others, and gives cause to pause for thought to the work compsters. At times, when I am feeling quite discouraged and fed up with the criminality of work compsters and the war on workers, I see Darren's posts or songs on social media, I pause and read or listen, and then find myself renewed to fight the good fight another day. Nobody should have to fight work compsters for decent medical care and benefits, and it is the job of the Department of Justice to fight the fraud, corruption, and outright crimes against injured workers in America. You can help, too. Help injured workers fight the good fight. Acknowledge the persistent and courageous efforts of injured workers everywhere. Acknowledge Darren Fonzo.
I'll see my Chevrolet, broken halo, folded wings that used to fly. They walk on where they go, broken halo that used to shine. Angels come down was. And they want some other soul to say. I see my share of potatoes and folded wings that used to fly. They've all gone where they go. Broken potatoes that used to shine. Broken potatoes that used to shine. Don't go looking for reasons. Don't go asking Jesus why. We're not meant to know the answers. They belong to the by and by. They belong to the by and by. I see my share of potatoes and folded wings that used to fly. They've all gone to where they go. Broken potatoes that used to shine. Broken potatoes that used to shine. Broken potatoes that used to shine. Broken potatoes that used to shine.